Toronto is home. Toronto is life, inspiration. Toronto is the future. Toronto is love.
Toronto is highly educated and cultured because of its diversity. So the bar here is set high. Some would call it like screw face capital, but I say it's tough love.
Toronto has like the right amount of pressure of negative energy and positive pressure to create stars. Toronto is the reason we do this. The most important thing to any city is the people. People are who Toronto is. I always tell people Toronto is the best place in the world to be raised and see the world from, because you literally can.
I've always been like infinitely curious, a dreamer. I've always felt the need to express how I feel or how I think. Music has always been a second language to me. It gave me more colors than paintings itself. So when I write, I tend to write with shapes and colors. I'm always looking for metaphors anywhere in life that I could put into my music. Doing this allows me to bridge the gaps between listeners about who I am, how I think, and how I feel. Basically my outlook on life. I want my music to illustrate my identity, and I want my identity to inspire. My experiences growing up in this city have a lot of influence on shaping my identity as an artist. I'm just very proud to be from Toronto.
Screwface capital is that coin phrase that forces the talent in the city to be more. Toronto is a city that watches from far and waits on things to happen before they fully support you, mainly on a music industry level at least. Beck and I have been blessed greatly with support from the city. However, we know that the minute the outside world begins to flood to our music, support will be a lot more solid than it is now.
I don't think it's the fact that they don't want to support you. I think it's just if they're going to support and put energy into you, they want to make sure you're something great, something timeless, because you're coming from their city.
The fact that the city isn't fully behind us yet reminds us that we have that much more to prove and accomplish. The only way for us to change that is to lead by example and show the city that we can make it. Toronto is a place full of rapid change and different cultures spread across the city. Most Torontonians are open-minded and are very good at accepting change. It's always been that way, so by example, we're trained to accept new things outside of the culture we're born into. The diversity among the cultures, the cool kids on Queen Street, CN Tower, my family and friends, these are the things that make up our character and make Toronto special to me.
When I sit back and I take a moment to acknowledge the energy and creativity that's coming out of the city, it's a beautiful thing.
Our next album, entitled The Alignment, documents the places we've been. We created the Airplane Boys with that global sound in mind. We always try to make something that's first true to us and where we're from, and secondly world appealing. So everything we make has Toronto in it.
I've learned a lot performing in front of different crowds here in the city, like at jazz festivals and opening for established acts like Big Sean, J. Cole, or even Snoop.
Just being on tour for the last 3 months has been an eye-opener to me, and this experience allowed me to value my roots in this city a lot more. You don't really realize until life hits you and you're out of your comfort zone. In those times you always look to what we know, and Toronto is all I know.
It's always the people that create the environment. You can be anywhere in the world, but it's about the people you grow with. And the people I grew with are from this city, and that's why it's home to me. We've already had a taste touring in the UK, performing in New York and in LA. But after a while, you start to miss home. Toronto's home.